Hello there guys, how's it going? Hope you're all having a good weekend so far. Today, the base game of Hollow Knight comes to an end. The second half of the White Fragment and the true final boss await. Okay, right, getting into things. Charms. I want Hive Blood. It's finally time to show this one off and what it can do. Grub Song would also be a really good help. Do not want the Mark of Pride or Long Nail, because they will kind of screw with my muscle memory a bit. Same with Sharp Shadow. It extends the range of the dash, and I'm going to be using the dash a lot for platforming purposes, so I would rather the dash stay at its default length so I don't just, fling myself into a spike or something. Aside from that, though, I don't really know what are the charms I need. Maybe Fragile Heart, so I have more health. Maybe... Not Quick Slash, because that will also screw with my muscle memory. I'm unlikely to die. There's going to be a little bit of combat. Let's throw Strength on there as well, why not? So yeah, hey Sam, how are you doing today? Hope you are having a wonderful day. It's very hot here. I assume it's probably the same for you. Anyway, so... Last time, I collected as much essence as I possibly could, and I awoke my Dream Nail. There are two places that require the Awoken Dream Nail to read their mind. Only one of them is important. This is that one. Welcome to the White Palace, the final area of Hollow Knight. Technically, the White Palace is within the Dream World. And last time, if you remember, I said that deaths in the Dream World don't really count. You don't go back to a bench, you don't lose Geo, your Fragile Charms don't break. However, I did mention that there were two exceptions. The White Palace is the first of those exceptions. Dying here counts as dying for real. So be careful. Now, I do believe there is an enemy up here I'm going to have to fight. Yeah, this is a King's Mold. They are very powerful enemies. I believe they do 2 damage. They've got a lot of projectile attacks. They are very scary. Just got to be careful. They also aren't bugs. They're made of void. They are void in a suit of armor. It is speculated that the collector that I fought a couple of streams ago was some kind of early King's Mold, like an experiment to see what they could do with the void. That broke free. Anyway, I'd love to let you guys listen to the music, but obviously we've just listened to it on the title screen. But we've also heard this music in-game before as well. The White Palace theme...
This damn weather. Somebody fix this!
Hey Ben. The White Palace theme is the credits theme. It's the exact same bit of music, and it's a really good choice for the credits because it's an absolutely beautiful bit of music, and it does represent the wider story of Hollow Knight and the royal family really well. So, the White Palace is a platforming area first and foremost. There's a little bit of combat, but it is mostly very difficult platforming challenges. I have selected Hive Blood for this reason. The only real way to take damage is by hitting an obstacle or falling to your death. So you're not really going to be losing more than 1 bit of health at once. So you're able to just kind of take your time with Hive Blood and let it regenerate by itself and not have to worry about soul. I do not believe down here was the way to go. So yeah, this area is really going to test your skills with the double jump and the dash. Can't get in there just yet. Okay, yeah, I think that might be a shortcut from somewhere later on. I will take the soul, thank you. Okay, and that's the ceiling. Okay, got another King's Mold. He's not woken up yet. Just gonna spam him with spells. Oh my god. Got him, nice. Let's let that one heal by itself. Heal off the other one, perfect. Right, gotta go up this side. Open that. That's just where I was. Hold on. Oh, there we go. Okay, I'm coming back down here for some reason. Oh, does this open the bench that's up here? Have I gone past it? I'm already lost. I don't do the White Palace on a playthrough very often. If I'm just playing casually, I tend to just go for the regular ending. There we go. Is this the room I'm thinking of? No. There are these little guys here. These are royal retainers. And they're bowing to me. I wonder what that means. They also count as enemies for some reason. You can just kill them. I don't know why. It feels a bit mean to me. Hey, Aqua, long time no see. Thank you for the raid. Let me get you a quick shout out going. How was your stream? You were streaming Gothic 3. I have no idea what that game is. I know what a goth is. I did not know that there was a game about them. For those of you who have come across who don't know who I am, my name is Ben. I am a variety streamer here on Twitch, currently playing through Hollow Knight, one of my favourite games of all time. How was your stream, Aqua? Hope you had a good time. Right, so this room here is kind of a big central hub chamber. I'm going to be coming to and from here a few times. Just got to remember the way forward. It's trash. You love it so much. Nice. Sometimes terrible games can bring us a lot of fun. Okay, that is not the way. I believe where I want to go first is over on the right then. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, I believe this is the way forward. Okay, right. Any second now, we're about to see our first horrific platforming sequence involving a buzzsaw. I don't know what was wrong with the royal family of Halonest, but they loved buzzsaws. Right, gotta remember how to do this. Oh my god. Maybe they were big Mario Maker fans, maybe. I hate this area. This area is really annoying. No, Joe. I saw you like 10 minutes ago. I have not got it yet. How are you doing today? Welcome to the stream. Okay, I do not remember how you're supposed to get through there. Yeah, I'm doing well. I'm hot. But apart from that, I'm doing okay. Will probably be losing my mind at some point today. Okay, right. I think I see how I'm meant to get through there. It's just a matter of pulling it off. That's the tricky bit. Oh, come on. I swear these buzzsaws are magnetic. They, like, pull you into them. Oh, really? Right, what I think I need to do is dash through and then double jump the other side. Could be wrong about that, though. Okay, clearly dashed too late there. Most of the stream is going to be spent in this area. Hey, Adam, welcome to the stream. How you doing today? Hope you're having a good weekend. Okay, oh, there we go, there we go. Yeah, but warning you now, the sound of buzzsaws will be ingrained into your mind by the end of stream. Okay. I think what I need to do is start above this buzzsaw. Oh, okay, no, there's another one. Oh my god. Okay, safe spot. Let's just learn the patterns here. Oh, geez, no. I meant to pogo, not knock myself down like that. Oh, no, a little bit too early. Chilling watching some Pokemon anime. Fair enough. Hope you're enjoying it. Which season are you on? Oh, that was way too fucking close. Oh, I made it. Oh my god. There is a choice apparently. Why is there a choice? Do I go left or right? I'm not entirely sure. Okay, no, I do not go left. That is a death trap. Diamond and Pearl, nice. I watched a bit of that when I was a kid. Oh god, this room. Okay, I remember this room. Oh my god. Okay, apparently that counted as touching this platform. I am not complaining. It's probably easier to go this way. Yeah. There we go. Wait. Hold on. Oh, I go down there. That's a bit of a scary hole. This place is very spiky. Not as bad as the buzzsaws, though. These things stay still. And down. Nice. I have not seen any of the reboot. To be honest, I'm not really that interested. It's based on Scarlet and Violet, and I think I've made my feelings on that game very clear. Oh my god. Okay, let's land there. Oh god, this is gonna be... Whew. Okay, I think this is a... Yeah, this is a platform. Just got to be very careful of the buzzsaw coming from the left. Now it's coming from the right. Got to drop down. And I'm through. Okay. Yeah, Scarlet and Violet are... they're a game. Okay, right, I'm going down this way now. Oh, hello. Okay. This is annoying. Scarlet and Violet look great for Atari Jaguar games. Well, if only they were. Oh, jeez. If only they were Jaguar games, then I could excuse them. Okay, I think maybe I have to slip under. Ooh. Oh, ow. I would have joked they look good for N64, but there are probably N64 games that look better than them. That's true. Majora's Mask is a very nice looking N64 game. Oh, okay. That was a bit dicey. And yep, this brings me back to the start of this wing. Can turn that on. And now I believe I want to go up... No, not that way. I want to go and find a second light bulb. Okay. Let's quickly rest at a bench. And then I believe I can go over this way now? No? If not that way, I don't know where it wants me to go. That's the exit. I don't want to take the exit. That's just a shortcut back to outside. That's the way I came in. What? Where am I going again? Okay, that's sealed off, so can't even go back that way. I've forgotten where you go. I thought for sure it was over here on the left. Maybe it is this way. Maybe since they put the exit shortcut in, I've got a... Okay, yeah, this looks new. This is not the way I came. Oh, no, I remember this tunnel. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, run, run. And double jump. Oh. Okay, that wasn't too bad. That had moved down. That wasn't even there when I took damage. What are you on about, game? Oh my god, that is a lot of buzzsaws.
Victory.
Thank you, Joe. That was indeed a victory. A victory for Ben. Okay, nothing over there. Oh dear god, no, I remember this room. I remember this room. Maybe they liked Scrap Brain Zone. Yeah, maybe Eggman was commissioned to build this place. I could see that being a real possibility. Okay, right, I can land there. And then I'm safe there. And then I should not have jumped. Don't know why I jumped then. I was kind of just trying to look up, and I forgot that I could do that. God, my hands are so sweaty. Okay, right. Then up this way. And boom, nice. Don't really need the soul, but I'll take it anyway. Okay. Oh boy, I do love the music of this area. I wish I could hear it over the buzzsaws. Is this? No, I don't think this is the room. Hold on, let me just double check something. Okay, no, this is not the room that I'm looking for. It is an annoying room, though. Oh my god! Oh! Getting through that was a complete accident. Oh no. Oh, I remember this. Oh, this is... This is a ball ache. I remember this room. I don't think I want to dash through here. I think I just want to run. And then perfectly position myself right in the middle. And then, oh god, how do I do this bit again? Not like that. Oh! I was through, and then I doubted myself and I double backed and I walked right into that buzzsaw.
Friend not clever touching button.
It is kind of just like a leap of faith, basically, going through each one and hoping you've gone far enough, but not too far. You have to commit. If you only half commit, you don't go far enough. Oh, too far that time. God, the king really takes security seriously, doesn't he? Okay, okay, okay. No! Oh, I went too early. Oh, my finger twitched. I got too anxious. I was at the end. I was just eager to get through, and I screwed it up. Okay, I'm through. I'm through. Oh. Oh no! 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 Okay, right. Is there anything? No, there's nothing up that way. Instead, I'm going down this way, and it looks horrible. Surely the buzzsaws are only like a centimetre thick at most. Why doesn't the knight simply walk around them? Is he dumb? Well, Sam, he has no brain. So yeah, maybe he is a bit dumb. He can't help it. Oh! Oh, I forgot that that was there. Okay, right. There is stuff that way. I don't remember if that's the way to go. What is this over here? Oh. Hold on. Is this like an alternate route? That's so much easier. If I'd known about that, I would have gone down there. Alright, let's turn the second light on. I believe that marks the halfway point of the White Palace. So now, I can ride this elevator up. Okay, this is the room, I believe. Is it? No, this is not the room. I guess it's there for replays. I guess so, yeah. So, this room is particularly notable because there is a very well hidden breakable wall here. This is the Path of Pain. One of the hardest platforming challenges I have ever had the displeasure to play. There's no actual reward for doing this. You get a tiny bit of lore that confirms a fan theory. And that's it. There's no completion percentage for it. There's no item you get for it. It is purely there for bragging rights. For the people who are really, really good at this game and want to prove that they are really, really good at this game. I'm not going to be doing this on this playthrough. Because I've streamed this before. If you want to see this, check out my YouTube channel. Check out VODs from about 5 years ago. Because this is one of the earliest streams I did. And I ain't bloody doing it again. No way. I did it. I know I can do it. I've proven it. I do not have the time to do that today.
Oh, fuck. I can't believe you've done this.
Okay, back on with the regular White Palace. Oh, God, that's a really irritating jump. Do it again to prove that I can still do it.
No.
Oh, I hate these guys. So these guys never actually truly die. They will respawn after a set amount of time. They are basically there as, like, living platforms. But they're always put in some really annoying spots. Oh, goody, this room. Ow. Should have waited until I was healed then. I'm just trying to remember how you actually do this. Not that way. Apparently not that way either. How does one... Like that? Okay, where do I go now? Where do I go now? Where do I go now? Oh my god! Okay, that's locked me in. I'm safe. I'm safe. I've made it. Okay, I think I'm going up to the left there. Oh. Jeez. They really don't give you much room to work with. I'm safe while surrounded by 5 buzzsaws. I mean, safe is a relative thing. Better to be surrounded by buzzsaws than be inside a buzzsaw. Hold on, I might be able to just... Yeah, just skip all of that. Huh. Oh, shit. Is there any reason to actually go up there, or can I just skip it? Yeah, I think I can just skip it. Okay. Okay, that was not fast enough. Neither was that. Okay. Okay, that's an easy jump. Okay, I guess I'm not meant to pogo on that one. I am meant to pogo on that one, I just fucked it up. These platforms are... well, they're not really platforms, are they? These spikes are really annoying. There is a lot of them in the Path of Pain. Wait. Is there nothing over... no, okay. Because of how wide open some of the areas are here, it can be a bit misleading which way you're meant to go. There's not any collectibles hidden in here, so I don't know why I'm worried about alternate routes and stuff. Okay. Okay, I hear more buzzsaw. Oh shit. Ow. You know what, Ben? No. Be patient. Wait. Heal. And then go. Well, that was easy. I feel like there should be some thorns here or something, so you've actually got to engage with the buzzsaw. That poor buzzsaw there is just pointless. Okay, jumped a little bit too high there. Oh, you know, after going through this, maybe the king deserved to have his kingdom collapse. I think any king who builds a palace like this cannot be a good king. Oh god, okay, right. Okay, no, this is actually quite simple. It is deceptively hard. Just got to line yourself up right and time it right. Oh, I forgot about that last bloody buzzsaw. That's really cheap. You've got to know to stop yourself. Oh, that's a bit too low. That might be too low, I'm not sure. Yeah, that was too low. Oh, that was close. Okay. I feel like I'm nearing the end. Hold on, can I? I might be able to cheese this. I think I'm meant to go over to the right and deal with these buzzsaws. Ah, damn it. Okay, that's definitely doable, though. Okay, that buzzsaw at the top might ruin my plans a little bit. Okay, I made it. Didn't feel like I was going to for a second there. You know, my driving instructor was telling me today that sometimes I'm a little bit indecisive when seeing something and making a decision. And the amount of times I was about to press B there and just hesitated, I kind of get what he was talking about now. Oh, Jesus, I hate this room. Just all of this is coming back to me from my first playthrough. Employ you as my full-time decision maker. What's your hourly rate? And I'll consider it. $12.50 an hour. It's a bit pricey. So is this place just a dream reconstruction of the palace from that guard's memories, or is the real palace physically located in the dream world? So, the palace was once a physical place. We see what's left of the grounds in the background of the guards, where the guard is laying. This is the real palace, but it's just been moved into the dream world. So it's kind of a bit of both. It was a real area, and then it got made into a dream. Basically, when the king's plan to stop the infection failed, he basically gave up on the kingdom and ran away to the dream world. Because he's a little bitch. Whoa! Oh, okay. But that's why dying in this place still counts as dying. Because technically we're still tethered to the real world in that way. Well, that's my interpretation of why it still counts as dying anyway. Nearly made it through. I think standing here was a good starting point. No, it wasn't. That was a little bit too far. Okay, here I think I might be able to, no. Okay, that's not fast enough. I do remember this room being really annoying. Can never quite get through that last one. The timing is really tight on that. Okay, a little bit too close to the spikes there. I think this is the room where on my first playthrough I very nearly gave up on getting the true ending. I persevered and I did it in the end. But this room definitely nearly broke me. I thought maybe the buzzsaws and spikes were like dream metaphors for danger created by the dream world. But no, seems like the king actually put in spikes that move up and down repeatedly. Yeah, the king's just a bit of a psycho, I think. That said, though, while this did used to be the real place, it's not clear if it's in the same form that it was in the real world. It is possible that all of the spikes and stuff have come from it being put into the dream world, so you might be onto something there with your theory. Like, a lot of the lore in this game is not, like, explicitly written down in a clear, concise way anywhere, so there's a lot of things like that that are open to interpretation. Because presumably when it was an actual palace, you'd think that there wouldn't be spikes like this all over the place. Because we know people came and went from this place, because the Dung Defender had been here. His dream battle took place within the White Palace. It used all the same tile sets and everything. Oh, that was a little bit close. Oh, okay, I made it. Never mind. There's more. Maybe the king was Edmund Macmillan. I'm sorry, Ben. I don't know who that is. Oh, creator of Super Meat Boy. It's very possible. There's nothing to this. There's another bit. Ugh, I can't just descending dart through that then. It's very possible. I've never seen the king and Edmund Macmillan in the same room. Okay. Whew, okay. Shortcut opened. Hopefully won't need it, because I should be done very soon with this. Back to the buzzsaws. Okay, is this somewhere that I need to Crystal Dash? I believe so, yeah. Not like that, though. That was a little bit too high. Got stopped by the ceiling there. Oh, hesitated a bit too much there. And I've made it. Oh, God. Oh, it's put me all the way back here? Really? I suppose there wasn't really a platform, was there? Just dashed straight onto the wall. No, a little bit higher. There we go. No, fuck. Oh, God. It's the spikes. More than the buzzsaws, it's the spikes that give me trouble. Okay, not quite sure how I get up through that. It's possible, I know, I've done it before. I just can't remember how. Oh, nearly made it. Just gotta be faster. Less hesitation, more doing. Oh no, I'm too low. Oh god, oh my god. Panicking a bit. Oh, shit on it. I hate when you have to crystal dash in here. Because you always have to stop it really quickly. And you can't see where you need to stop when you start it, and then you're moving too fast. It's a skill issue, I know, but it's still an issue. Yeah, that was mean. This area is quite mean. In some ways, despite being harder, I would actually say the Path of Pain is fairer. The Path of Pain is hard because it is just hard platforming. Whereas a lot of the difficulty from White Palace itself does sometimes feel like it's just quite cheap. Oh, you couldn't see off screen, you should have known that was there moments. And I think that is a sentiment I have seen repeated in other parts of the fanbase. Because there is a clear differentiation between difficulty and just being frustrating. And White Palace, I think, does start to border on frustration a little bit. I think the idea of a platforming gauntlet is a really good idea for a final challenge in this game. Unfortunately, the Knight's moveset isn't the most precise for platforming. It's clearly designed for combat and exploration first. And I think White Palace, besides just being cheap, does expose some of the flaws in that moveset. That said, you don't have to come through here. If you just want to beat the game, you don't have to bother with any of this. This is only for people who want to do the true ending. And so I think that makes it a lot more reasonable than it would otherwise be. Like, if this was required for just the regular ending, I'd probably have a lot more complaints about this place. Okay, I think we're at the end. There is a secret room somewhere here, maybe. This might be the secret room, actually. No, it's just a soul statue. Okay. Okay, if I can't find the secret room, that's fine. There's not actually any, like, collectible or anything in it. It's just, like, a lore thing. Okay, this is definitely the final room. Somewhere down there, maybe? Ah, hold on. There we go. Found it. It's a child's bedroom. There's a little crib here, look. And do you want to know who was raised here? The Hollow Knight was raised here. This was his bedroom. That little jingle that's playing there is the same melody that plays when you're near your shade. And that's your little hint as to whose room it actually was. There he is. The King of Hallownest. Looks like he died a long time ago. Your throne is mine, old man. I have the king's brand, and now I have your chair. I pronounce myself the new king and true ruler of Hallownest. The main theme is even playing to prove that. And here it is. The second half of the White Fragment. And together, they form the King's Soul. The final charm of the base game. Soul of Worm, Soul of Root, Heart of Void. Now, the White Palace isn't a one-and-done area. If you really do want to play it again for whatever reason, if you want to go do the Path of Pain, for example, you can quite easily just re-enter this guard's dreams. My first act as king will be to get rid of all these fucking buzzsaws. Anyway, let's go talk about this charm. So, when you read what the King's Soul does, it sounds really bloody good. A holy charm symbolizing a union between higher beings. The bearer will slowly absorb the limitless soul contained within. So basically, if you have this equipped, you effectively have infinite soul. Your soul will just continually replenish itself. But it's so slow, and it costs 5 notches, that it's just not worth it. However, I do need to equip it for what I'm about to go and do. It mentioned that it opened the way to a birthplace. And while the knight's birthplace is pretty near, it's time to return to the Abyss. Your first act would be to increase them. Oh god, Ben, no, don't do that. Right. Where's my dream gate at right now? Is it anywhere important? Oh, it's near Traitor Lord. Okay. Let's put one down here. You'll see why. Right, I'd like to go over to the right here, because I'd like to deal with a little optional cool detail first before I do the main point of coming down here, or I could just fall into that. That also works. Okay, let's not go too far over to the right this time. Because before I do the main objective in here, I would like to show off the other protected mind that you can enter with your Woken Dream Nail. It's only a little bit of dialogue that you gain, but I still want to show it off. So basically, I just want to go back over to where I got the Shade Cloak. Because now I can read the mind of this Chozo statue. Void power without unity. It's kind of hinting towards something there. What the Void lacks is unity. And maybe if it gains unity, it can gain real power. So, coming down into the abyss with the King Soul equipped is the cutoff point where the original ending becomes unavailable and only the 2 later endings become available. If you end up playing this game for yourself or you're playing along and you haven't got the original ending yet and you want it for the achievement, go and do it now before you go any further down here. Now that I have the King's Soul, the birthplace has opened up. Look at all of these vessels. My siblings. There's so many of them. They formed the walls of this place. Just think about how many dead children that is. Is there even a number that quantifies this? So we know that the king created the vessels. The idea was to infuse a living being with the void in order to contain the infection. But do you know where he got those beings from? These aren't just any random bugs he plucked off the street. These are his children. We know that Hornet is the child of the king and Hera the beast, and she has a sparkling white head like we do. That is the sign of being a pale being, a descendant of the Pale King. And the Knight, the Hollow Knight, and every single vessel we've seen so far has a head like that. He's sacrificed millions of his own children in order to bring about an end to the infection. And it failed. He couldn't stop it. All of these children died for nothing. Some of them escaped. Many of them died after they escaped. The Knight and the Hollow Knight, as far as we're aware, are the last of their kind. And here is the egg that many of the vessels were born from. It's a reflective surface. So what if you were to use the dream nail on it? Could you access your own mind? No cost too great. No mind to think. No will to break. voice to cry suffering. Born of God and void. You shall seal the binding light that plagues their dreams. You are the vessel. You are the Hollow Knight. Collected the Void Heart. What we just saw there was the Knight's first attempt to escape the Abyss. Not long after he was born. He nearly made it. He was beaten by the Hollow Knight by a matter of seconds. The king believed the Hollow Knight was a pure vessel. But we know that he wasn't. So why wasn't he? He clearly was capable of making it out of the Abyss. So he must have been pure at some point. Well, that's the little lore detail that was revealed by the Path of Pain. The Pale King did not raise the Hollow Knight as someone born purely for the duty of sacrificing themselves to save the kingdom. The Pale King raised the Hollow Knight as his own son. And the Hollow Knight began to love his father. Despite knowing what fate had in store for him. And that tiny bit of love that he began to feel was all it took. All it took to corrupt him and make him no longer a worthy vessel. But the knight here went outside of Hallownest and lost his mind completely. He is born of two voids, and now he has united the void entirely. The King's soul is gone. It no longer exists. It has been replaced by the Void Heart. The Void Heart is a charm that is always equipped. It doesn't take any notches. And technically it doesn't do anything. I believe all it does is make all of the shades down here peaceful. However, with this equipped, the true ending, the source of the infection, is now accessible. I don't want to climb all the way back up. That's why I put the Dream Gate down. It's time to go and fight the Hollow Knight again. Let's get back to the Stag Station. Okay, I'll sort my charms out when I get back to Dirtmouth. Speaking of, let's go back to Dirtmouth. Let's tell no one of all the corpses we saw down in the Abyss. Not exactly a pleasant conversation, that. Zote, shut the fuck up. In I go. And now that I have the Void Heart, Hornet's here. The path is opened One way or another, an end awaits inside. I won't be joining you in this. That space is built to sustain your likes. Its bindings would drain me were I to join. Don't be surprised. I'll not risk my own life in your attempt, though if the moment presents itself, I'll aid as I'm able. Could it achieve that impossible thing? Should it? So, now that I have the Void Heart, there are 2 endings that I can achieve. And which one you get is determined by what you do during the Hollow Knight fight. I'm going to be getting the worst of these first, and then finishing off with the true ending. I think that just makes sense as an order to do it in. So, considering that, charms for this first attempt, I think Sharp Shadow, Mark of Pride, don't know why I took them off. Let's go Quick Slash, and 2 more. Let's see, what have I got? Soul Catcher, I guess, just to be able to heal myself a little bit quicker. That would be nice. Let's go. Let's go fight the Hollow Knight a second time. And I can actually talk about the fight this time while I'm doing it, because I don't need to mute for the music. I mean, I'm pretty sure I summed up everything that I loved about the fight the first time anyway. I got to actually try and concentrate during the fight now, because my first attempts when I first did this were really bad. This is not a hard fight. I should not have struggled as much as I did. Okay, don't fall for the parry. Oh, God. Basically, a lot of fights in this game, you do kind of just want to stand still and wait to see what the boss does. Okay, into the second half of the fight now. You don't want to use spells while it's stabbing itself. Every attack will only do 1 damage, so you really just want to use that opportunity to get yourself some soul. Once it's fallen down, then you can do spells. Oh god, this attack is really annoying. Right, for the second ending, ignore what Hornet is doing. Do not use the Dream Nail, just continue attacking. Hornet goes down. Ignore her cries of get good. We have failed to get good. And once again, let's absorb the infection. I think I made that look a lot easier than I did when I did the first ending. Right, can I skip the credits? We've already seen them, and we're going to be seeing them again today. I guess not, it doesn't seem that way. So, of the 3 endings, I think that's the worst one. It's definitely the least satisfying. You go to all of this extra effort, and it's basically the first ending again. Except this time, Hornet acts as a dreamer, but she's inside the seal. Meaning, if the knight should start to weaken, no one can actually waken Hornet and get in and stop the knight. Except the knight is in there, so if the infection takes over, it can just let itself out. Not an inspiring end to the game, that one. This ending also creates some problems with Silksong. We've been told that Silksong follows on from Hollow Knight. They've kind of implied that it's not a prequel, that it's a sequel, and that it can follow on from any ending in the game. They don't want to commit to which ending is canon. But it clearly can't be this one, because Hornet is effectively dead. The Dreamers, once they're woken, they don't just wake up, they die. So, yeah. Maybe this is why Silksong hasn't come out yet. Right, so just wait through these credits then, I guess. I do wish there was a way to skip these, especially considering you have to see them 3 times. Quite interestingly, though, this is only the second time that I've achieved this second ending. I got it on my first playthrough, obviously, because I wanted the achievement, but I never bothered getting it on any other playthrough. If I was just doing a quick, casual playthrough, I didn't want to deal with any of the true ending stuff, so I just went for the first ending. And if I went through all of that stuff, why would I not go for the true ending? Why would I go for all of that effort to get this unsatisfying ending? I mainly just wanted to show it off today, and I'll probably never do it again. I did enjoy myself in the world of Hollow Knight. Thank you, Team Cherry. %104%, nice. It goes over 100 because of the DLC content, if that wasn't clear. I believe the maximum percentage is 112. I'll only be getting 108 on this playthrough, I believe. You'll see why. Anyway, back into the save. Before I do the true ending, I have a little kind of side activity that I would like to take care of. So I'm going to get rid of Soul Catcher, and I'm going to put on Spore Shroom. The fate of the world can wait. I have something more important to do. Let's head back up to Dirtmouth. Oh, hold on. Have I, Oh, nice. There's a Hallownest seal there that I forgot about. Don't really need money at this point, but that's pretty cool. Okay, right. I would like to go to the Fungal Wastes. Because I am heading off in search of a second Easter egg character. Last time I finished the game, we looked for Menderbug. This time, we're looking for a character called Mr. Mushroom. I'm not going to be murdering this one. I believe he's down this way. Here he is. In order to talk to him, you need to have the Spore Shroom Charm equipped. It's nice that you were able to help your friend. So, you're not hungry anymore? Yes, that was quite the appetite. I was impressed. Still, we all move on, sooner or later. To greater things, perhaps? So much can be achieved in just a short time. Oh, excuse me. So that was a little reference to a game called Hungry Night. Hungry Night was a Game Jam game that Team Cherry made before they made Hollow Knight, and it's where the design of the night actually came from. Gameplay-wise, it's nothing like Hollow Knight. It was more of like a top-down little like collection game. But it's neat that they threw in that reference to where the game originated. Okay, now I would like to go to the Kingdom's Edge. I guess the best place to go would be King's Station, and then go from there. Forget Silksong, where's Hungry Night Tea? Yeah, they abandoned that one. Okay, I need to go down from here. Not into you. Okay, a little bit further down. Past the bees. Okay, this room, I think, yeah. And then, not in that one. I can hear him. There he is. Shouldn't trust the eye they gave you. Rely on your own instincts. If you've got a keen nose, use it. And while you're hunting for secrets, beware those who are hunting you. Oh, excuse me. I have no idea what that is talking about. I don't know if it's gibberish or if it's meant to be a reference, but yeah, that one is that one's quite weird. I mean, they're all going to be weird from now on. I believe the Hungry Night one is the only one that's a reference that people have identified. Okay, off to Deep Nest for the next one. We're going to be hunting down Mr. Mushroom 7 times, so 5 more to go. Oh, he's quite far into Deep Nest. Okay, that's gonna be a pain. Oh, I forgot he was in Deep Nest. Ugh. Ugh. Deep Nest is disgusting! Okay, off we go to Distant Village then. I believe he's in Galleon's room, by the looks of it. So that's it's a bit of a trek. Oh dear, I have not missed this place. Come on. There we go. Oh, poo. Okay, maybe down this way would be faster and safer. Ah! Okay, maybe not safer, but faster. I don't think anywhere in Deep Nest is safe. Okay, there we go. So from here, I need to look for where I can go up. That was a trap. That was cruel. Oh, there's a Stalker Devout here. Lovely. Hate these guys. Okay, this looks promising. No ceiling spikes this time. Then Galleon's room should just be up here. I believe this is it. I love his little derpy face. The dead can't make use of wealth in any case. What would they spend it on? Yes, a big brood like that. They need food, and shelter, and toys. If you keep some for yourself, well, I think you deserve it, yes. Oh, excuse me. The mushrooms in Hollow Knight lore are connected to a hive mind. Some have speculated that Mr. Mushroom isn't talking to the knight, that he's talking through the hive mind to one of his mushroom friends, and that's why he says, "Oh, excuse me," when you come up because you've interrupted him. But basically everything about Mr. Mushroom is a mystery. Nothing is confirmed. We know effectively nothing about him. I mean, we know he's a mushroom, and we know he is a male because his name is Mr. Mushroom. That's about it. That does imply that mushrooms in the Hollow Knight world have gender. And I don't know if they do in real life, because they're a fungi. Can someone Google that for me? Do mushrooms have gender? I'm assuming no, but I'd be interested if someone can prove me wrong. Okay, the next sighting is in the Howling Cliffs. So let's go to the Stag Nest for this one. Okay, whereabouts is he exactly? By Matto's hut, by the looks of it. Which is down here, I believe. I don't hear him. You can usually hear him. I probably should have put Gathering Compass on so I could actually see where I was going. Okay, I'm definitely in the right spot. Is he just chilling in here? Yes, he is. Oh my god. He's just invaded this guy's home. Apparently fungi don't have sexes, but do have different mating types. Oh, interesting. I did not know that. What was called a hero in its moment may be called something very different after time has passed. The crimes and triumphs of our predecessors echo all around us, don't they? The chains of fate that bind us all together. Do you really want to break them? Oh, excuse me. What the fuck is this guy talking about? Why is a mushroom talking to me about the crimes of heroes and the chains of fate? I don't understand. Not sure what the difference is. Yeah, I mean, I've only just learned of this now, so I might look it up myself after stream and see if I can find some more information. Okay, off to the Ancient Basin next. So, all the way from the top of the world to the bottom of the world. Hello, Elderbug, how are you? That young lass? Why, she's up and departed over the cliffs, with only the briefest word of farewell. It's a perilous journey she set herself upon. I can't understand where she gained such fortitude. I'd thought her a timid sort, one after my own mind. How wrong I was. The call of adventure lures all but me. Ah, we're fighting for your safety, Elderbug. You're the one I'm doing this for. Okay, right, let's go to the hidden station. And it looks like he's... Is he near Broken Vessel? Yeah, looks like he's near Broken Vessel. Okay. Oh, I just got essence from that guy. I forgot that that could randomly happen. Okay, I hear him. Just have to find him now. There he is. Well, if things are getting too dangerous down there, maybe it's time to take a break. Come back up and spend some time hunting or gathering or wandering aimlessly. No, not too much longer now. Oh, excuse me. Kinda sounds like he's talking about Minecraft. Okay, for the penultimate Mr. Mushroom sighting, I need to head to Fog Canyon. I didn't see you there. You were obscured by the foreground. I really should have just crystal dashed that. Not gonna make the same mistake this time. Okay, Queen Station is probably the best one for this. Oh god, he's all the way at the far end of the Fog Canyon. Near where you get the Howling Wraiths for the first time. Again, like with the second ending, this isn't something I tend to bother with on most playthroughs. but I just wanted to show it off for the sake of showing it off on stream. You don't get anything for doing this, it's just weird dialogue. That's not the way. Okay, this way. Okay, don't need to worry about parkour in this room anymore. Okay, maybe I do a little bit. So he should be down here, I think. Yep, I hear him. There he is. I haven't seen her, no. I'm sure you'll remember where you left her eventually. Trust the moon, or yourself, or trust her. You need to trust something, that's my point. No, not him. No, absolutely not. Oh, excuse me. Okay, one sighting remains. And the journey's about to become full circle because he is back in the King's Pass at the start of the game. It's only fitting that before I fight the final boss, I go back to where the game began. Wait, can I just go under here? Oh, I totally can. Okay. Ow. Whoa! Okay, I think he went out of bounds. Okay, I think the best way to do this would probably be to go back to the Stag Nest again, just so I don't have to do King's Pass twice, you know, going down it and then coming back up it. I can just drop down into it from Howling Cliffs. And down we go. One final time. It's Mr. Mushroom. It's not by tools that you'll triumph. It's through your smarts, your speed, your determination. Oh, I see. So you've been following me around then? I hope my travels haven't confused your own, distracted you. Then again, a meandered journey still has meaning. It is, after all, from a journey we find our purpose, though a stop is more than just a stop. And my, if those stops can't be lovely things, wouldn't you say? Transcendent plateaus, distant sandy lands, vast ancient kingdoms. Yours was not the first, nor will it be the last, but it's a unique and special thing nonetheless. Now, with my duties here finished, it's time I made graceful departure. Till next time, my friend. 'Tis a long road we tread, but a joyous one. Yeah, he can fly. Until our paths cross again. He can just take off like a rocket and propel himself through the sky. That's a thing. Don't question it. If at this point you're questioning Mr. Mushroom, have you been paying attention? They fly now? They fly now. See, Mr. Mushroom is kind of an oddity. He's clearly just some kind of Easter egg, but a lot of fans are convinced that there's some deeper meaning to him, that maybe he's a hint towards something in Silksong. I don't know that he is myself. I don't think he is. I think he is just there for just a weird little fun Easter egg. Anyway, that's the Easter eggs taken care of. Let's go finish this game. Or the base game, anyway. Back into the Temple of the Black Egg I go. I think this time I would like to go for a spell build. I think that would be the best way forward. So I'm gonna go Spell Twister, Soul Eater, Shaman Stone, and then why not? I'll quickly whack Dream Wielder on there. I know I'm gonna have to Dream Nail during the Hollow Knight boss fight, so might as well make it a little bit easier for myself. And let's go fight the Hollow Knight for a third time. Just gonna spam him with as many spells as possible this time. Let's get some more soul from him. Oh crap, should not have ran into him like that. Okay, Hornet's coming in any moment now. Let's get some more soul. I would like as much soul as possible going into this fight. Please don't do that. Oh god, this move. This move is incredibly annoying. Okay, here we go. Hornet's coming in. Lever want to be on this side. And this time, let's Dream Nail. The infection comes from dreams. So if the infection is trapped inside the Hollow Knight, it stands to reason that in here lies the source of the infection. I'm going to mute for at least the first couple of phases of this fight. Chances are I'm not going to beat this in one go anyway, so I'll be able to talk more about the fight on those second attempts. If you die to this, you have to fight the Hollow Knight again. This is the second instance where dying in the dream world counts as dying for real. And considering we're fighting the source of the infection, who is implied to be some kind of dream god, it makes sense. Through the infection, they have power over both dreams and the real world, so it makes sense that they'd be able to kill you for real, even within a dream. This place is a lot more bright and colourful than the rest of the game. The seer told us that the source of the infection was a blinding light. And in the background, we can see the sun. I'm gonna challenge the sun to a fight. Yeah, I knew it wasn't going to be the first attempt. This is definitely the hardest fight in the base game. It's very much a sort of projectile spam dodge kind of fight, but I find it a lot more engaging and a lot fairer than other fights of that kind. It is very difficult though. It does 2 damage with every attack, and oh, it throws a lot of them out. But, oh, I just love the presentation during the fight. It's just so much brighter than the rest of the game, makes it feel so powerful, and the music is just this really dramatic, powerful bit of music. Really sets the stage that this is it. This is the end of the fight. The first 3 phases that I got through there weren't too bad. I'm able to get through those pretty quickly, but that 4th phase when you're jumping around on the different platforms does remind me of Markov a little bit, and it's definitely the hardest phase in the fight. Okay, right, let's get through the Hollow Knight again. It is kind of annoying fighting the Hollow Knight every time, I will say. Okay, let's heal myself. Oh, poop. Right, I need to not forget my muscle memory from the Hollow Knight just because I'm fighting the Radiance. The giant lamp in the sky. You are absolutely right, Sam. That's exactly what it is. Oh, poop. Ah, come on, that homed in a little bit there. Okay, this Hollow Knight fight is not going well at all. This does not bode well for my Radiance attempt this time. Okay, let's quickly heal myself. Ow. Oh my god, I hate that move. Okay, here we go. Hornet's coming in. Quickly heal. And in we go. Time for Radiance round 2. So on repeat attempts, you don't get to challenge the sun. The Radiance knows you're coming and just comes straight for you. Ow. Okay, second phase now. Spikes on either side of the screen. Oh, that's a lot of spikes. Basically, the key here is just not to get too greedy attacking. Focus mainly on dodging and just get an attack in when you can. I really hate these homing balls. They can get out of hand very quickly in this fight, especially in the phase with all the platforms. Poop. Okay, phase 3 now. Platforms either side, spikes either side, and it's just going to start raining down spikes like this. This is actually a fairly easy phase. Just got to pay attention to what's going on at the top of the screen. As long as you do that, you are pretty safe from most things. Okay, the void is latching on. Here we go, phase 4, the tricky bit. I'm going to pause quickly, just catch my breath. This is where the fight always goes wrong for me. Oh, okay, homing balls, I'm just going to focus on dodging. Oh, poop. Okay, I really hate the fucking homing balls. They also go through the first platform they encounter. It's really, really annoying. Okay, spikes, that's not too bad of an attack. Lasers! Okay, hello, homing balls. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay, had some time to heal there. Oh, come on. Oh! Okay, gotta move for the homing ball. Okay, you know what? I'll take the full, that only does 1 damage. Where have you gone? Okay, here we go. Final phase time. Let's catch a breath, and let's mute once more. As far as final bosses go, I think the Radiance is a really, really strong note for this game to end on. As I've said, the presentation is really, really well done throughout the fight. It's a difficult fight. And aside from that phase with the floating platforms being quite annoying, it doesn't feel too unfair. The speed of all the attacks feels fair. You're able to react to all of them pretty consistently. But it really, really does test all of the skills that you've learned throughout the game. And then that final climb, it's easy. You just gotta not go too fast. But it's a fantastic moment. All of the other shades rising up to fight the Radiance with you. The shade of the Hollow Knight pins it down once you land the final attack. And then the Knight breaks open from his shell and unleashes the void within himself. It's a bittersweet ending. The kingdom of Halonest has been saved. The infection has been stopped. Everyone is free. But the Night gave themselves up to do it. They became one with the void. And all that's left is a little cracked shell. Maybe Hornet will hang on to it and remember the Night and honour them. I think this ending is, well, it's not really a competition. It is my favourite of the three. The Radiance is just a fun fight, and it's a true ending. There's no question of, oh, is the Night going to be a good enough vessel? Will the Radiance break free? No, the Radiance is gone. It has been consumed by the void. Okay, I'm going to let the credits play out. And then I'm going to head over to the chat room, because I'd like to talk about the game. I'd like to sum up my thoughts on it. And then I'd like to very, very briefly touch on what the next couple of streams are going to be about, because I'm not done with this game just yet. I'm not going to be moving on to the next game for at least another week. Probably a bit longer, considering I've got some time off coming up. Extra special thanks to those backers. Without them, we wouldn't have this amazing game. Oh, and you know that Mr. Mushroom quest? It technically gives you a new ending. That's a very, very unsettling close-up shot of him. I don't know what that means. I don't know why that's there, but it is. It exists. Anyway. Let's head over to the chat room. So, I don't think it's a secret to say that I absolutely adore Hollow Knight. In the 7 years that I've been playing this game, I've been unable to shut up about how great it is. There is a reason that when I first started streaming 5 years ago, it was the game that I first streamed, because it's one of my favourite games of all time and I wanted to share it with everyone. But why do I love it so much? Well, I've always been a fan of Metroid games. I love the mix of platforming and exploration, the feeling you get of collecting power-ups and becoming stronger. And I'd heard that Hollow Knight was in the same genre. And I was like, oh, okay, maybe I'll try it. You know, can it really hold a candle to, you know, Metroid? Will it just be a copycat? And my first impression of the game was at E3 2018. Which, honestly, wasn't the best first impression for me. They were showing off the Switch version, and they were specifically showing off the 4th DLC, so they were showing off all of the boss rush stuff. And I was just like, oh, I'm not really seeing that Metroid side of things here. But then the game went on sale, and I had a friend of mine recommending it to me, so I was like, you know what? It's cheap. It's even cheaper because it's on sale. I'll give it a go. I bought Okami HD at the same time, and I thought Okami was the one that was going to hook me, and Hollow Knight would just be a little curiosity. And I was enjoying myself going through the Forgotten Crossroads. Spent maybe an hour and a half in there. And then I got to Green Path, and I heard that music, and I was like, oh. Oh no, I was wrong. This game is something special. And then I got to the City of Tears, and the hooks were just fully in. I'd fallen in love with the game. It very quickly went from a game that I was unsure about to a game where I was like, okay, no, this is definitely a contender for one of my favourite games of all time. It has the exploration that I love about Metroidvanias, but it takes it to the next level. In a lot of Metroidvanias, you get a power-up, and some of the things that you can open with it, most of them are just little optional pickups. And there's only one that's the way forward. But in Hollow Knight, that's not the case. There's so many different ways to play this game, so many different ways to explore and go through it, and it makes every playthrough different. And even when you do a more typical run-through like I did this time, it's still a lot of fun. Movement feels great in this game. The Knight is a joy to control. The combat is excellent. There's only a handful of bosses in this game that I would say aren't fun to fight, and considering there's 40 of them, having maybe like 2 that aren't fun, I think is a pretty damn good achievement. And of those ones that are fun, some of them are just amazing. Some of the best bosses I've ever fought in a game. And there are 2 bosses in particular I'm talking about when I say that, and we've not seen either of them yet. They're hidden away in the DLC content, we'll be seeing them. And then on top of that, you've got the way the game presents its story. Now, I love a good story in a game. I love to sit back and watch a cutscene and see characters I care about do exciting things or go through emotional events. That's why I streamed 4 Xenoblade games, for God's sake. And Hollow Knight doesn't do that. In fact, on a first playthrough, it can often seem like there is no story. Characters are just sort of saying things. Things just are kind of are the way they are. But that's almost a form of exploration in itself. You have to explore that dialogue, think about it, piece things together. And there's a really compelling story being told here. A story that I enjoy. There's a lot of lore hidden within every single aspect of the game. It's kind of like Dark Souls in that way. You know, a lot of people, it's a very overused saying on the internet, oh, a game's hard, so it's the souls of this genre. But Hollow Knight actually is. Because it has very similar corpse run mechanics, it tells its story in a very similar way. It's one of the few times where that comparison is actually fitting. I cannot wait for Silksong. We've been told that Hollow Knight only came out the way it did because Team Cherry basically had to release it. They ran out of money. This amazing, massive game is the rushed, unfinished version. So what are they going to make when they have limitless money and as much time as they've spent on it? Like, I know some people are frustrated about that wait, but that potential just excites me. I want to see Team Cherry firing on all cylinders, the restrictions released, just to see what they do. Now, there is a chance that they could get too ambitious and just completely bloat the game and ruin it. That's a possibility. I don't think they will. I only have one game to go off, but that game is amazing. So I trust them. Anyway, as I've said, not quite done with Hollow Knight yet. I've covered the contents of 2 of the 4 DLC packs. There are still 2 remaining. There is the Grim Troop, which I will be doing next time. I think that's going to take... I should get through the bulk of it in one stream. There is a very hard fight at the end that may require a second stream. And when I say very hard, I mean it makes the Radiance look like the first boss in the game. Like, it is such a step up in difficulty, but it's a very fun fight. I can't wait to do that one. I did a bit of practice this week, and it didn't take me too long to beat it, but recording curse, you know, it's going to happen. And then the 4th DLC pack is Godmaster. I'm not going to be doing a full playthrough of that, because I would be here for probably the rest of the year. I'm just going to sort of do a showcase of that, show off basically everything it has to offer in one stream, because most of it is just a bunch of things that all fit into the same few categories, so I only really need to show off each category once. But yeah, I guess that will do it for today. I'm not going to talk about what game is coming next, because obviously there's 2, maybe 3 streams still to go, but I mean, come on. We all know what it is. We all know what it is. I said what it was like 3 years ago. It's on screen right now. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for today's stream. Thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the stream. I will be back on Wednesday, and I'll be getting started on the 2nd DLC, The Grim Troop. We've spent this whole game dealing with dreams, and it's time to go and deal with some nightmares. Have a good one, guys, and I'll see you later. Bye.